I guess believe's not on tonight. I made sure I left to go. I watched Labor Day again. Good movie. Very good. Powerful, just, depressing, but ultimately, it's just good movie. I returned it, and I walked down to return it, and I had to wait a little while because somebody was not just picking up a movie, doing what I do, but I always look around to see if anybody's behind me, reading about the movies and whatnot. So I waited a little bit. The guy didn't say anything, but if he had, you never know. I would have said, don't worry about it, as long as I'm back in time for Believe, it's okay. I was going to say that, but he didn't even turn around or acknowledge that I had waited or nothing. He doesn't have to. Nobody has to. It's his turn. He could be there 15 minutes if he wanted to. Just some people do, though. Some people would say, oh, I've had them before, say, oh, sorry. I'm like, yeah, it's your turn, take your time. I'm usually not in any hurry. So Believe's not on. It's okay, I can do other things. I'm going to bed early. Fairly early, at least compared to when I'm going to bed. I'm not tired right now. I'll try to go to bed early. At least by 12. Maybe even earlier. I watch some of my videos that might make me sleepy. It tends to make me sleepy, so it might be okay. Just called my mom. Wished her happy Mother's Day. The cousin who lives in that city showed up to visit my mom again. And now I'm all agitated. She's the one, remember, that returned that card. And my mom said, I said, cause I need to get therapy. I need to talk to somebody. This stuff just, I can't take it. Remember, her mom passed, so she says my mom reminds her of her mom, and that's fine. That's all fine and good. What's not fine and good is just what just took place with my mom. I'm like, okay, yeah, Mom, whatever, she sent back that card that you sent, and she's like, oh, I asked her about that. I said, when, at the family cookout? She's like, yeah. And I said, and what did she say? She says, oh, she sent it back because it was a check and not cash. That's a lie. It was returned to sender. It was never opened. See? Still lying. And my mom's like, oh, she apologized. I'm like, really? Not really believing it, but in any case, it's fine. She's never, ever, ever visited my mom in any hospital. And my mom, one time I told you, she was in a hospital. I was in California, and my mom called and cried to me because she's like, they're at the family cookout, Laura, and they don't even come see me, and I'm in the hospital 10 minutes away or something. And then she's like, and they don't even bother to call, yeah, because they don't care, Mom. Even the one who passed away. So, in light of all of that, again, let me remind you what I started this with. Yeah, I need to get therapy because I can't deal with this shit, okay? In light of all of that, when I hear my mom saying, well, because I said, well, that was wrong, she's like, well, she's my niece, Laura, and I don't want to say anything bad about her. I'm not going to say anything. Oh, but it's okay for Marion to smear my name left and right. You guys have to remember, I tell the truth. Marion lies about me, okay? Truth, lie. I said to my mom, I said, all right, Mom, if you're going to start getting close to her, because apparently she invited my mom to go to her child's recital, I said, Mom, okay, then she's going to have to be one, just like all the family and your friends, and I listed the names, right? And that's why I didn't record this college stick, because I knew I was going to say names and whatnot. I said, then you need to tell her that you need to clear my name with her. Apparently my cousin said to my mom something like, something like, I know Marion and Laura don't get along, but they both love you, you know. My mom promised to clear my name, but this cousin, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't care. To them, she's mentally ill. They're going to believe Marion. See? See what I'm up against? They probably won't care. She might say, and they're not really going to believe it. See? I said, Mom, you have got to tell them that I did not explain that money was, that you have close to 60, that I'm your daughter, that $1,700 was money I had given to you in the equivalent of rent, that I didn't steal the money, and that I didn't trash your house. Okay, Laura, I will. I'll tell her. And my mom, my mom was smart. She said, I'll say to her, I don't know what Marion's told you, but, you know, I want to set the record straight, or I don't know what Marion's told you, but Laura did not trash my house, and Laura did not steal $700 from me. The attitude they have towards my mom, I'm sure they'll be like, oh, Samantha, that's okay. I'm not involved. Just like she never cared when I'm trying to tell her what Marion's doing to me. You know, so fuck them. So of course I'm going to be a little, I wouldn't call it jealousy. It's not jealousy. It's more like, you know, it's just, I don't know, maybe a therapist could tell me what I'm feeling. To hear my mom say, well, she's my niece, and I'm not going to say anything bad about her, Laura, you know? Yeah. But Marion fucking smeared my name left and right, Mom, and you know it because you're the one that originally told me, and I flipped out. I call you, and you're like, Marion says you trashed my house. I mean, and the thing is, this cousin never gave my mom the time of day before. It's just that her mom passed away now. My mom reminds her of her mom. That's all. It's not, you know, it's not them really caring about my mom. And if she really cared about my mom, she wouldn't have sent back the goddamn card. That is just so cruel. And then she lies about it. I just found that out now. So of course I'm agitated. Of course I'm upset. They just don't give a shit. They don't care. They will never, ever care about my side. They will always believe Marion. And it's not even because they're so close to Marion or whatnot. I mean, Hope taught me that. She's like, you know what, Laura? They probably just, you're not, you know, it's not even that they love Marion so much or whatnot. It's just like your aunt, the one who passed away, said, oh, when Marion did what she did to the, oh, that's just Marion. You know, it's just that you're not around, and it's just easier. You know, it's easier to just believe Marion. You know. Yeah, it upsets me. I mean, I'm happy she's visiting my mom. She lives in the same town, 10 minutes away, apparently. I mean, it makes my mom feel good but I see right through it, you know. And in the end, I know for a fact that even when my mom tried to tell Marion that I didn't, you know, trash her house, Marion wouldn't have anything, didn't want to hear it. See? But yeah, it upsets me. It upsets me that my cousin can visit my mom on Mother's Day in the hospital and I can't, and then I have to hear my mom say that. The family says bad things about me left and right, and Mom was like, she's my niece, I'm not going to say anything bad about her. But that was bad, Mom. You can say bad when it's the truth. It was wrong of her to do. Well, she apologized. Yeah, but first she lied about it. Because I said to my mom, no, she did that out of spite or something. She didn't open it and return it to sender. It was unopened. I got it in the mail, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, oh my God. She did return to sender the card and the check my mom had been sending out to her kids from the moment they were born. And now she's going to suddenly, because her mom's dead, she's going to suddenly, my mom reminds me of her mom, so she's going to show up. She'd never visited her in the hospital before, You're going to apologize, you tell the fucking truth. I'm sorry, Auntie Samantha, I shouldn't have done that. It was wrong. I was, you were irritating me, calling up at all hours when my mom is busy dying, and, and I just sent back your card out of spite. It was wrong, because you were sick and whatnot, but none of them, they never have anything to do with my mom. It's only now that her mom's dead, Sorry to be so blunt, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I don't lie, it's the truth. I said to my mom, she's never visited her. My mom, no, she's never once visited her in the hospital. And I know how they all are, and I know their attitude towards me, and I know they listen to everything Marion says. So my mom will say whatever, but she's mentally ill. And I'm her daughter. They're going to believe Marion. Everyone always believes Marion. Marion's lying. It upsets me. All upsets me. I tell the truth. I tell the truth even to my own detriment. Marion does not tell the truth. She either tells half-truths or outright lies about me. She doesn't tell the whole story. She doesn't even care to know the whole story, But like I said, I admittedly did a lot of, quote, bad things in the past. Although, I can be forgiven simply because I was in a fucking abusive relationship and I was this close to just not existing anymore all the time, so. But this time I didn't do anything wrong. I may have even saved my mother's life, or at the very least saved her house from burning to the ground. So of course I'm going to be enraged. Because before, when my aunt was dying, everything was, don't upset the family, Laura. So-and-so's, you know what I mean? It was always, my mom puts them. That's why Joe was like, you know what? Not all mentally ill people throw their kids under the bus, Laura. He doesn't really think my mom's a good person, but she is a good person. But it's not that she has to choose between the rest of her family and me. It's that she has to fucking tell the truth to the family and to her friends. She has got to start sticking up for me. Okay? I've given up on whatever. She was supposed to fight Marion in regards to the money and the everything. I've completely given up on that. But she's going to come closer to the rest of the family. With, she needs to start telling the fucking truth and not allowing Marion to endlessly smear my